U.S. Citizenship Test, Part 11, The Power of Participation. The cold wind brushed past Mark's face as he made his way to the community center, but it didn't bother him. He had officially completed his sessions with Anne, and today was a special visit, more of a check-in, a time to reflect on everything he had learned about citizenship and what it truly meant to participate in the country's democracy. His test was only days away, but Mark was prepared. He wasn't just ready to pass the exam. He was ready to become an engaged citizen. When Mark entered the study room, Anne was waiting, but this time there were no papers on the table. Instead, it felt more like a meeting between friends than a lesson.
Mark, I wasn't sure if you'd stop by before your test. I thought we were done.
I just wanted to thank you one more time, Anne. I'm so close now, and I wanted to talk about what happens next, what it really means to participate as a citizen.
I'm glad you did. There's so much more to citizenship than just passing the test. Let's talk about how you can stay involved and contribute. Ready?
Absolutely.
Question: what is one way citizens can participate in their community? A. Ignore local elections. B. Volunteer or join a community group. C. Wait for government officials to solve problems.
Answer B. Volunteer or join a community group.
Exactly. Citizens can help improve their communities by volunteering, participating in local organizations, or even attending town hall meetings. Why do you think it's important for citizens to be active in their communities?
I think it's because when people get involved, they can make a real difference. They understand the issues better and can help solve problems instead of waiting for someone else to do it.
Exactly. Community involvement is one of the most direct ways citizens can make a positive impact. It's about working together to create the kind of community you want to live in.
Mark had always thought of citizenship in broad terms, voting, following the law, but now he understood how important it was to take action at the local level. Small actions could lead to meaningful changes in the community.
Now, let's talk about another way to stay engaged by exercising your right to vote. Question: what is one requirement for U.S. citizens to vote? A. Being at least 18 years old. B. Owning property. C. Having a government job.
Answer A. Being at least 18 years old.
Correct. U.S. citizens must be at least 18 years old to vote in federal elections. Why do you think voting is such an important way for citizens to participate in democracy?
Because it's how we choose our leaders and influence decisions. If people don't vote, they lose their voice, and the government doesn't reflect what the people want.
That's right. Voting ensures that the government remains accountable to the people. It's one of the most powerful ways to participate in democracy, and every vote truly counts.
Mark had always seen voting as an essential right, but now he appreciated the responsibility behind it. He understood that by voting, Citizens shaped the direction of the country and ensured that leaders represented their interests.
Participation goes beyond just voting and volunteering. Let's talk about how citizens can stay informed about what's happening in their government. Question: what is one way citizens can stay informed about local and national issues? A. Only listen to one news source. B. Read or watch various news outlets. C. Ignore the news until election time.
Answer: B. Read or watch various news outlets.
Exactly. To stay informed, citizens need to engage with multiple sources of information, including newspapers, online news, and attending local government meetings. Why do you think it's important to get information from different sources?
I think it's because no one source can tell the whole story. By hearing different perspectives, you get a fuller picture of what's really happening.
Exactly. Being well-informed helps citizens make better decisions and avoid being misled. It's part of being an active and thoughtful participant in democracy.
Anne leaned back in her chair, the conversation feeling more like a reflection of all they had covered. Mark had evolved from someone studying for a test into someone truly prepared to participate fully in his new country's democracy.
Mark, you're ready. You've not only learned the information, but you've also embraced the deeper meaning of citizenship, participation, responsibility, and staying informed.
Thank you, Anne. I'm ready to vote, to volunteer, to get involved. You've shown me that citizenship is an ongoing process, not just something that happens after a test.
Exactly. Citizenship is about contributing, learning, and growing, and I have no doubt you're going to be an amazing citizen.
Mark stepped out into the cold air, his breath forming clouds as he walked through the quiet streets. He felt a deep sense of accomplishment, not just for having learned what was needed for the test, but for having truly understood what it meant to be an active participant in his new country. His path to citizenship was almost complete, but his journey as an engaged citizen had only just begun. As Mark prepares to embrace his new role as a citizen, consider this. How can staying informed and involved help you make a positive impact in your community?
Question for the audience: what is one way to stay informed as a citizen? A. Only read headlines. B. Get news from multiple sources. C. Ignore the news until election time. Being informed helps citizens make better decisions and actively contribute to a thriving democracy.
Here are 5 words and phrases related to the theme of U.S. Citizenship Test. Part 11. The power of participation.
Volunteer. A person who freely offers to take part in a task or work for a cause without being paid. Informed. Having or showing knowledge of a particular subject or situation by staying updated on the news and issues. Participation. The act of taking part in an activity or event, especially related to civic duties like voting or community service. Community. A group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. Democracy. A system of government where citizens exercise power by voting and participating in decisions that affect their lives.